You have Billy Joel right here, closing beloved New York motorcycle shop after brain disorder diagnosis. I've covered Billy Joel and this diagnosis in the past. Now we see he's trending again. This character is primarily known as a successful American singer, songwriter, and pianist, famous for his pop ballads and anthems that resonated with audiences in the 70s and 80s. He's celebrated for his storytelling lyrics, catchy melodies, and ability to connect with listeners on both personal and cultural levels. I'm looking at some of his hits here, and I see, I see a lot that are in the 70s here. I'm seeing a decent amount from the just the little list I have here. I'm seeing 1976. I mean, he's got hits all throughout, but the handful I'm looking at right here are from 76. He's 76 years old right now. So that's interesting. And he's got some hits from 76, but they're closing his shop. Some of the hits that you should know, or maybe not. Some of these songs are like recycled as well, and you may hear these songs and other artists have songs with the same titles. But Piano Man, Uptown Girl, Just the Way You Are, New York State of Mind, Only the Good Die Young, Moving Out, and Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. Other notable tracks include We Didn't Start the Fire, It's Still Rock and Roll to Me, and The Longest Time. If you heard some of them, you would be like, oh yeah, okay, that's him. Right? But let's get into this breakdown a little bit. As his motorcycle shop closes after a brain disorder diagnosis. Let's play this.
To the locals here in Oyster Bay, it's called Billy Joel's Motorcycle Shop. The name on the building is 20th Century Cycles, and after 15 years, the place is closing down. The Piano Man has a lot of fans.
He's timeless. His music is timeless.
Have you ever seen him out here?
My friends have bumped into him here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was the interaction? He's a nice guy.
They took a picture with him. Yeah, he was very nice.
And this man just purchased Joel's album.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. As a lyricist, he's great.
No word on why the shop is closing. Joel and his wife are selling their Center Island home. Sophia Hall, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in Oyster Bay, Long Island.
Okay, so they say he's selling his home. The shop in Oyster Bay is closing. They say, they don't know why, but he has a brain disorder diagnosis. And you can see right here, I have this breakdown. Billy Joel cancels touring after being diagnosed with brain disorder. So, if we see anything, you see Piano Man was released in 73 and brain disorder equals 73. Wow, right? And they have the exact brain disorder, the name normal pressure hydrocephalus. Look at that, 133 like Piano Man. Okay, so we can maybe refer back to this if we need to. Uptown Girl, 52 like disorder. But look what I have here. Check this out. So we have a new motorcycle story here. Look at that motorcycle in the language, 129. Look at his last May 9th birthday, the 129th day of the year. So it was meant to be that you had this motorcycle shop. Even Billy Joel has 141 and 51 like motorcycle. Check that out. And that's just simply with the language. I mean, it could be a coincidence, but I don't know. I mean, we get this story, right? Again, by the numbers. And we're just getting going here. Joel in reduction 15, closing down his motorcycle shop after nearly 15 years. Check that out. So it says Long Island here. Is that the same as Oyster Bay? Because didn't we hear Oyster Bay? Didn't we? I thought we heard, I don't know. Maybe we can find out. Is Oyster Bay the same as Long Island? No. So I don't know. Does he have two motorcycle shops? I don't know. Oyster Bay is not the same as Long Island, but it is a specific place located on Long Island. Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't make sense, but it does. So Oyster Bay located on Long Island. Okay. That's close enough, right? A hamlet and census designated place within the town of Oyster Bay. Okay. Which itself is one of the towns that make up Nassau County on Long Island. All right, all right. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you there. But look at that. I mean, for real, you're closing after 15 years and Joel equals 15. What did they say it was called? 20th century something. So I want you to see this. Watch my algorithm here, how it's wild, okay? And I understand if I go from story to story, it's still interesting, right? It's going to feed me this other trending story possibly that syncs up by the language. Now the only thing about that is when we get major stories and major connections with the algorithm, that's what's interesting. Like if you're talking about somebody's death or something, right? And this stuff is undeniable. But check this algorithm out. Look at, and this is all trending, okay? Look at Billy Joel. Look at Bill. I just dropped the Bills running back James Cook trending story. Now you get Billy Joel trending. Look at that. James Cook ends contract standoff by agreeing to a 4-year deal. You see that right there? Bills like Billy Joel. Okay, and I think we refer back to that, but that's interesting too because you have a brain disorder here with Billy Joel, and that was oh my bad, I was getting confused with another story there. We had the head injury with Maurice Norris, but my bad. I was getting my decodes confused there. But we have Billy. Look at motorcycle, how motorcycle equals 48. And look how that connects to James Cook, who signs his deal. A $48 million deal, and James equals 48. So you're connected by that bill. Motorcycle 48, James 48, $40 million deal over 4 years. And I simply pulled this from the James Cook breakdown. Remember Michael Jordan's dad, James Jordan, RIP. But Michael Jordan's last birthday, the 48th day of the year. Even Donald Trump tried to buy the Bills. Donald Trump equals 48. You know, Trump may have bills that he passes and such or whatever. Check this out. Michael Jordan equals 59 and 76. Billy Joel's birthday, 5/9, May 9th, and he's age 76. I mentioned earlier some of his hits coming from 1976. The music icon will be, look at that, shuddering. Was it supposed to say shutting? I don't know. Shuddering 20th century cycles in Oyster Bay, New York in late September. Maybe that was supposed to say shutting down. And auctioning off his collection later this year because of a brain disorder he has diagnosed with, according to a spokesperson. Look, late September is James Cook's birthday, right? So, more than one way you get this connection with the James Cook story, which I just dropped. It's like it went from one to another, man. Also connected to the Brad Pitt trending story. This is, if you scroll back, this is on my video list. Did I record this like yesterday? Or it dropped yesterday? Look at this. Billy Joel's first name is William, just like Brad Pitt. William. They even have Joel 4 letters, Pitt 4 letters. Oh, and that was a 4-year contract or whatever with James Cook. He might have had 4 on his jersey as well. There might have been a few different 4s with that story. Cook's got the 4 letters too, huh? Yeah, if I remember correctly, though. Look at that, though. Cook, 4 letters. You know, if you wanted to, Bill's got 4 letters. Joel's got 4 letters. Pitt's got the 4 letters as well. Even Brad's got 4 letters. Wow. But look at that. William and William. Right there. There's been Tom Brady trending, which I connected to Brad Pitt in that video that I did as well. Remember Bill Belichick, longtime coach of the Patriots, with Tom Brady at quarterback, Bill Belichick. Bill, like Billy. But yeah, Bill Belichick's real name is also William. You remember Brad Brady. So you see, and that was 4 arrests after his home reportedly owned by Brad Pitt was ransacked by burglars. Look, so you got that other 4 there as well. There was one other story with the 4. I just can't remember it right now. Willie Martin Joel. Middle name is Martin. Dwayne Martin's birthday was the other day. And even Jerry Jones is trending. His middle name is Wayne. So you get Dwayne here. Man, this stuff is wild. And the Jerry Jones breakdown is coming. I already got it done. I think I'm doing that one next. But God, Dwayne Martin, August 11, his birthday a few days ago. Now you get William Martin Joel. Like, what kind of celebrity world are they distracting us with here? And Dwayne Martin, I mean, how can this guy not be connected to Martin Lawrence? How is that not possible? Even Will Smith, his birthday. Wow, Will Smith has the same birthday as James Cook, doesn't he? Holy crap. Will Smith birthday. The same as
According to Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, Willard Carroll Smith, II, was born on September 25, 1968, in Philadelphia, to Caroline, a school board administrator, and Willard Carroll Smith Sr.
He's got the same birthday as James Cook. And you get Dwayne Martin's birthday a few days ago. You see how that works? And look how all of this stuff connects here. Isn't that is amazing. That's the Hulk Hogan birthday as well.
The Piano Man is moving out. Get it? Well, his motorcycle shop, that is. After more than a decade of bringing fanfare and excitement, Billy Joel will be closing his popular Long Island store. John Diaz has the story from Oyster Bay.
I'm in a New York City line.
While that may be true, Billy Joel can't say the same thing for the status of his popular motorcycle shop, 20th Century Cycles, located in Oyster Bay, Long Island, because to the sadness of locals, the shop is closing down.
Will be missed.
Always cool to sometimes see him coming in or out.
I think it's a shame. Billy Joel's an icon.
The shop, which showcased the infamous singer's private collection of expensive and rare motorcycles, opened 15 years ago. He spent decades gathering them.
This is one of the prime things to do in Oyster Bay, to see the motorcycles.
Shortly after its grand opening, Joel shared this video about why he wanted to give the community an inside look.
People don't get to see all these kinds of bikes all together in one place. She grew up not far from here, and I'd like to get a little interest going into the town.
Malika Maida, who works next door at the restaurant Sweet Tomato, remembers meeting Joel back in 2018.
Billy Joel was in the motorcycle shop, and he was just really, he was such a sweet person to talk to.
The closure comes after Joel was diagnosed with a brain condition and is in the middle of selling his Oyster Bay estate and relocating to Florida. In 2023, a part of the road the shop sits on was named Billy Joel Way. The town supervisor says that won't change.
And while we may be losing this motorcycle museum, we're not losing our love.
There's still no word yet on when exactly the shop will be closing its doors for good or what will be replacing it. From Oyster Bay.
Dude looks like Rick Harrison. That's interesting because it's a motorcycle shop. And Rick Harrison has the pawn shop. Pawn Stars, right? Is the show? Isn't that interesting? I think so. How come when I pull up Rick Harrison, Corey Harrison pops up? There's Rick right there. He freaking looks like Billy Joel. I don't know. Maybe that's a stretch. Maybe that's a stretch. So do you like the breakdown? And again, I have this previous one from 2 months ago right here. So, if oh, look at that. You had 15s in there too. Joel 15, Billy Joel 51. Look at that, a 15-day span from his birthday to maybe that's the article date. Or the story date. You see that right there? And we had a 15 over here. You see that? Look. Closing down after nearly 15 years. You see that? So these numbers follow the characters. These numbers follow the characters.
I just, play the piano.
Right. Do cool basically.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
See that? And 73 and 62 do equal sacrifice. I don't know why. Oh, okay. I compared that to other stories back then, it looks like. But I see that 73 in there, and 73 does equal sacrifice. Piano release 73, or released in 73. It looks like the article there was 73, date numerology, brain disorder 73. Interesting. Okay, so did you understand my breakdown? What can I do? Can I do anything to improve? I'm not a character. I'm not an entertainer. So I think I had some more stuff here at the end. Just some things worth mentioning. That thumbnail hits too, pretty big. Anybody, if you need to take that thumbnail, use the thumbnail, as I take plenty off of Google. So, okay, maybe I didn't really notice anything else. I see Billy Joel equals 141 right here. And this article was 1 day after the day leaving 141 days in the year. So, man, we had several connections there to other stories. So Billy Joel, obviously, by the numbers, connected to motorcycles here. Undeniable. So we'll see what happens with this character going forward. As you know what, I think when, like, your character okay, they say your character has brain disorder diagnosis or whatever. So I think that means you have to get rid of some of your stuff to stay around. That's what I think. Like, it's some kind of game on the world stage. Remember they were telling us Bill Cosby was trying to buy ABC? And like he kind of got like punished, and he had those accusations against him, and he went to fake prison and all that. Right? I think you have to give stuff up. Like, the stuff's given to you with your fame, like it comes with your fame. And then I think when you don't do something for a long time, maybe, you start to get bad stories around your name. And that happened with, was it Justin Bieber? Remember they were showing him, like, is that Justin Bieber? Like, they're just showing him walking the streets and stuff, like not looking like himself, not looking too good. And then an album releases for him, and it's almost like a good thing. And then, we may not see those Justin Bieber in a negative light maybe as much now. Does that any of that make sense? But that's kind of how I view it. So I think he loses the shop, and then he has the brain disorder, because maybe a brain disorder, maybe some more negative stuff could come with that. Maybe the character can get removed. So I think he's got to give up his stuff to kind of maintain. So let me know if you think that makes sense or not. Remember, it's like soap operas on the world stage, how they'll talk about killing off characters and things of that such. If you have any females in your family, maybe at some point, you overhear them watching soap operas, or they'll watch like soap opera. They'll watch shows talking about soap operas and the characters and how they come and go. But I think it's like the same thing. So Billy Joel closing beloved New York motorcycle shop after brain disorder diagnosis. Shout out to y'all. Until next time, I hope I'm recording here. Peace.